So, do you have an extra $600,000 laying around the house and you don't know what to do with it?
Of course.
We'll tell you what to do with it next. Attorney Tom Busby bought a fully functional World War II tank overseas last year for $600,000.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
It's available. It's probably on sale.
Yeah.
Now, he's temporarily parked it outside of his multi-million-dollar home in his city.
Which is not going to make people happy. Neighbors are coming face to face with history without ever leaving their neighborhood.
It's great for America, said homeowner Ken Douglas.
Oh yeah, 2 thumbs up. It took a year to get here, but now it's on River Oaks Boulevard, said Busby. This particular tank landed at Normandy, so It's got some history to it.
Yeah, it does.
It liberated Paris and ultimately went all the way to Berlin. There's a lot of history there.
But now the River Oaks HOA isn't very happy about it.
It's not violating any ordinance, but for some people it makes the homeowners association uncomfortable, said Busby.
They sent him a letter saying the tank impedes traffic. Come on, really? Causes a safety issue and is causing serious concern for neighbors.
If you're offended, just lighten up. My goodness, it isn't hurting anyone. Although it could, if you had the right shells. But finding concerned neighbors wasn't easy. Everyone we spoke to loves it.
I wish it was permanent, said Douglas. I think it's an asset. And I think if you watch the cars coming up and slow down, you say to yourself, wow, that's America.
Yeah. Busby says he's not losing too much sleep over the HOA letter. For now, though, he's keeping his new tank right where it is. Problem is, there's no action they can take, said Busby. They can ticket it or try to tow it. Truth is, unless I decide to move it, it's not going anywhere.
That'd be funny to see a tow truck towing a tank.
Not sure that that's possible. Well, I guess if there's a vehicle, there's a truck that can tow it.
Now, you belong to a homeowners association, don't you?
I do.
Does that make life difficult at times?
You know what? It does, but it's for the protection of all the homes in the association. I know we had a house here that the homeowner painted it red, white, and blue. And before you paint your house, you have to run it. You have to run the color patches by the ACC or the Architectural Control Committee. They hadn't done that. And so within 2 weeks, he had to repaint his house a different color. Our CC&Rs state only earth tones.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So red, white, and blue, although blue is a kind of an earth tone. It's a color of the sky.
I suppose.
Yeah. So, yeah, they can be difficult, and but like I said, they do help home values. I know I have a buddy who just moved from an association that was rather strict, and he's just like, I got to get out of here. They were ticketing him constantly. And
the Gestapo.
Yes. The problem was he lived across the street from the vice president of the HOA.
Oh.
And so who was like, super vigilant, and he was like hyper vigilant. And yeah, so they're living in El Dorado County now, and no HOA.
Now, do you have any aspirations to purchase a tank?
I didn't before, but I do now.
Next story. Burglar holds hotel guest at gunpoint. Let's find out more now, shall we? A local man is facing a litany of felony charges after breaking into a hotel room over the weekend and holding the occupant at gunpoint until he fell asleep and the man escaped.
Oh, man. Jerry Allen Mills Jr. of Panama City was charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm, burglary of an occupied dwelling with a firearm, false imprisonment, carrying a concealed firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and improper exhibition of a firearm in connection with the incident, which left a hotel guest and 3 front desk clerks fearing for their lives. There's a lot of firearms in that.
I'm about fired armed out. According to police reports, a guest in the Days Inn answered a knock at the door and was met by a man with a gun. Mills allegedly forced his way into the hotel room and threatened to shoot the victim if he tried to run away. The two remained in the hotel room for an extended period of time until Mills took a nap, at which time the victim was able to escape.
Yeah, that's how it usually works. Sometime later, Mills wandered down to the front desk where he was confronted by 3 front desk clerks that were on duty. During the ensuing argument, Mills pulled out the handgun, pointing at the clerks, pulling the trigger several times, and yelling, "Bang!" And the gun didn't go off. Yeah.
But doesn't yell and bang count?
I think I would go,
What if you have-
you got me.
What if you have one of those guns that has the little thing that comes out and goes bang?
Ooh, that would be great.
Yeah, people get hurt that way. You could lose an eye.
You could lose an eye if you were...
Mills was arrested later that night. At the time, he had a warrant out for his arrest for grand theft, and according to the reports, has had 7 felony convictions where?
Florida. It's either Florida or Germany.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Every story we seem to do. All right, there you go. That brings us to another wrap on Men Are So Smart. We sure do appreciate you listening and watching and telling your friends. If you enjoyed this ridiculous episode, please feel free to hit the little like button down here at the bottom. And also, a button will come up over my left shoulder here. It hurts when I do this, Ron.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you can click on that and you can become a subscriber to our show and to our network. It doesn't cost anything.
Can Chewy put a button up here? I want like a GoFundMe. I want $600,000 for a tank.
I don't see that happening. I'm waiting for your button. No button coming.
No,
Yeah.
there's no button.
Well, I get a button. You don't get a button. Although I kind of like your idea of the button. If
Yeah.
I get a split on it.
Yes.
300 grand, 50-50. All right. Links to get a hold of us are below. Our email addresses are there. Our social media is there. Our sponsors are there. And you'll find links to all kinds of other stuff, including these 2 stories that you saw here today. He's Corvette Ronnie.
I am.
And I'm Lou Gallagher.
You are.
And that brings us to the conclusion of Men Are So Smart. Bye. Hope I didn't scare anyone.